Okay, here we go. Awesome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is the 16th of May. I can't even believe that. So exciting. So happy to have you guys here. This is Inspire Tribe Team Call, but it's very, very special because we also have, oh my gosh, what 3 other Canadian elite teams that we've invited to this call tonight. So welcome, 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 everybody from Deanna Gadet's team, Lindsay Hill's team, Ali Hubert's team. Oh my gosh, who else do we have? Guys, everybody just wave, wave. We're so excited to have everybody here. This is a presentation that I'm doing tonight on our team call because a lot of my team is actually in Ontario and didn't get to hear my super weekend speech in the Atlantics. And these ladies all asked me to do either a recording of this call or a team call for them. So we thought, why don't we just all come together? We're all Canadian based and do this call. So I'm really, really excited for it. Anybody who doesn't know me, my name is Danielle Melanson. I have been in this business for 10 years this coming fall. And I'm really, really passionate about this business. So I want to share a little bit of my experience over the last 10 years and some things that have gotten me out of some really rough times in this business, okay? So first of all, I want to show us, first of all, I want to tell you guys, if you guys could have your screens on just so everybody can see your face, unless you are naked or somebody else in your home is naked, could you have your beautiful screen on? Because you are gorgeous and people love to see your face, see your reactions, and I'll check the chat at the very end. Love it, guys. Okay, so if you guys don't know me, you're first hearing my voice. Yes, I have been a coach for a while. So I have probably built and rebuilt this business, I'm going to say 4 to 5 times over the last 10 years. And a lot of times we can find ourselves in some really hard seasons, and that can feel like it can feel stuck and it can feel heavy. And these are some of the tips and tricks that I fell back on, that I really had to do some self-evaluation and ask myself if I'm being an excellent challenger, an excellent coach, or am I just going through the motions? And I want you guys to kind of look at this perspective that I'm going to present to you guys tonight. And I hope it can help you whether you are day 1, day 1001, or day 1,000,001 into this business, okay? So I actually do.
Let's go. Stop eating poop.
Somebody's talking to their dog, I hope. My dog eats poop too. Okay. Just 1 second. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to screen share here and present. Okay, so I'm not really good. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, awesome, guys. Perfect. Thank you so much, Shelby. You're doing a great job. Okay, so this is, I like to call the X's and O's systems, filling in all the spots on your coaching grid. So first of all, I'm going to explain a little bit more to you guys what that might mean. So everybody knows what X's and O's are. And usually we're focused on all the X's or all the O's, right? And we're thinking, okay, we are winning. We got a straight line, XXX. Or look, oh, I won, right? I'm doing a great job. And I really want you guys to look at this presentation. I'm going to separate those X's and O's. And then I'm going to tell you at the end why you need to be focusing on filling your whole entire grid with X's and O's and how they relate to our business. Okay. I'm sorry. I think we maxed out this call, so I'm really sorry for anybody who can't get on there. Okay, here we go. Perfect. So like I said, X's are going to represent you being on your journey. Are you a VIP challenger doing amazing things for yourself and your health? That's amazing. Way to go. You are winning. Okay. But sometimes we get so caught up in the X's, we forget that the O's are really what being a coach is all about. So we're going to look into that, which is stepping into your leadership role, being a CEO of your business, helping others through your example, and pushing any fears aside that you have so that you can reach your goals. Okay. Okay, let's go over the X's. Okay, those X's are your workouts, your nutrition, your groups, drinking your supplements, and all the things. Checking in with your groups, checking in with your team, your tribe, in your personal development. Okay, so let's go through these really, really quick. Okay, because I want you to know how important they are, but where they may be where we get stuck and then wonder why we're not attracting the right people or people who having a duplicated system in our business. Okay, are you getting results in your workout, or are you just working out every day? Results don't have to mean you have a six-pack ab. It doesn't need to mean that you are at your goal weight, whatever that imaginary number is. You know, a lot of times I see people get stalled into this business and they're like, well, I'm not going to share my story until I'm at my goal weight. And I'm like, what does that mean? I want you to ask yourself that. What does that mean? Is that goal weight a number? Is it a scale victory? Is it even realistic? Is it a representation of how inspiring you are or the people that you can help? It's not. It's actually just a limiting belief. So remember that being a product of the product means you could have a 3-day results with a 3-day refresh, 7-day clean week, 21-day fix, or 30 days with job one. Are you showing up daily for you and your Beachbody community? Okay. Also, groups and pods. Okay. So you might be in them, but are you engaged? Okay. Are you leaning into the accountability of your groups? Are you posting? Right? Are you your number one challenger in your group? Are you sharing and connecting with others? Or are you just ticking off a box? Checked in, right? Are you using the platforms? Do you have body? Are you trying out the new recipes? Are you tapping into the Beachbody blog? Do you know and are you using all the amazing programs, products, and platforms that we have? Okay? Because sometimes we forget about those things. Supplements. Are you talking about your supplements and sharing them? Right? And I mean, and this is not to be mean, but are you just dancing around with a mysterious lemon looking drink? Or are you talking about it? Are you talking about why you take your Energize? You know, you can dance around to that as well, right? But are people just wondering and never asking, or are you showing and adding value? Okay, we're going to talk more deeply into the O part of that later. Are you showing how you use the supplements during your day, not just your workout? Okay, like for example, really quick, are you talking about how maybe somebody who doesn't even do Beachbody workouts or other formal types of exercise can use Energize in place of their afternoon coffee, get hydration and a healthy boost of caffeine made from organic green tea instead of a $7 Starbucks? Are you showing that? Are you showing that that's what gets you out of bed in the morning so that you can be at the hockey rink with your kids at 6 a.m. in the morning without having to be late because you went through Tim's drive-thru? Are you showing how you're using your supplements? And this is just an example of Energize, right? So that pain point is what I'm talking about right there. Okay, like the pain point would be not having to go through the drive-thru or saving that $7 a day on that afternoon Starbucks or whatever it is. Okay, nutrition, my favorite, because this is one I ignored as a challenger for years and years and years, thinking that if I just exercised, I could get to my goal. Nutrition is 80% of our results. Are you sharing your plates and recipes? Or do you have a secret nutrition life behind the scenes that nobody is getting to see? Are you using the gut protocol, 2B mindset, portion fix, right? Are you sharing about the nutrition program and sharing that it's not a diet, but that this is your lifestyle? Like how you take it to a restaurant, how you take it on a girls' night, how you stay on track and still have balance, right? Nutrition. Checking in. Are you being a team player? Are you stepping up with confidence? This is the biggest one. Are you contributing as a team player without being asked? Right? Are you stepping into that leadership role? And these are the X's. Okay. So I'm pointing these out because you're probably thinking, I do all these things. I do all these things. I do all these things, Danielle. I've got all these great X's, but I'm still feeling stuck in my business. I still feel like I only attract challengers and I don't know how to build my team, right? I don't know how to build my team and I feel stuck. And this is because you're doing amazing things for yourself. You're doing amazing things for your challengers, but we need to step it up the next level. And those are the O's that we're going to go to. Personal development, another X. So this is often, sometimes people think, oh, I'll start personal development when I'm a coach, but we all know that every single challenger needs personal development, right? This is another big one. Is the personal development you're doing what you need in this season of your life or this season of coaching? So maybe you're going through some really, really, really challenging times in your life. Maybe learning how to be the best leader in a group isn't what you need right now. Maybe you need, a Gabby Bernstein group book, or maybe you need something that's going to light your fire, light your soul on fire again, or fill your cup so that you can get back to coaching or things that you find a lot of passion in, right? Do what you need for personal development, not what is popular. I mean, I want to know when Mel Robbins' next book is out. I want to know why we haven't heard from Rachel. What's her last name? I can't remember. You know what I mean. But sorry, guys, I'm just getting over COVID. So sometimes we gravitate towards what everybody else is doing for personal development, but it's not personal. It's not personal to us, right? What are your limited beliefs and fears? Maybe we need to peel the onion on that. And are you encouraging others? Like, do you believe that you are enough of an inspiration to help hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people change their lives? Like, do you believe that in your soul and spread that without any limiting beliefs? Okay, here we go. Okay, we're getting to the O's. So this is where I want you to take being a rock star, excellent challenger, team player, and human freaking being to the next level. And I'm going to give you guys some examples. And I will get back to the chat. I'm ignoring it on purpose, guys, because I have like super ADHD. Okay. Building relationships. Yes, building relationships with people. This is a relationship building business, especially now. There was a time where, cold invites were a little bit more accepted and, things were going in that direction, but we're really getting back to attraction marketing and building relationships. And I personally really like that because that's my jam. Okay. Are you leaning in, sharing your story? And I mean, not just the story, we're going to talk about this, not just the story you think your audience wants to hear, but actually your story. Not the one that makes everybody feel like they're a bitch in the ditch, but the one that's inspiring, real, relatable, and BS proof. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Sharing your PD, showing that you are doing PD. It's not just a secret thing you do at night or listen to in your car. Are you taking that 30 seconds so that you can even screenshot or take a picture of what is on the dash of your car? What's on your Bluetooth? What are you listening to? What are you inspired by? What's on your desk? What's on your nightstand? What are you doing, right? Are you adding value to your audience? Or are you just showing up, right? Be interested, not interesting. Okay, here we go. Let's go through these. Okay, building relationships. I get really excited about this. Really get to know your audience and customers outside of exercise and nutrition. Okay, so you may have heard this before. 20% Beachbody, 80% who are you, right? And even if you went 50-50, if I went to your Instagram account or your Facebook profile, even if it was 50-50, let's say, okay, do people know that you're more than just a sweaty selfie? Do people know what's going on in your life? Do people know who you are? What makes you tick? What makes you happy? What pisses you off? What just makes you explode with excitement? What the number one thing is that you want to do on a Friday night? Do people know you outside of exercise and nutrition? Okay. What is something that you can learn that's interesting and unique about them? That's a connection. Okay. So maybe you love horseback riding. Okay. Maybe you love kayaking. Maybe you have dogs like me and you love dogs, right? Maybe it's something, maybe your kid is in gymnastics. Maybe you're a hockey mom or a dance mom. Okay. Maybe you love to paint. Maybe you love pottery. Like, what is it that you can learn about somebody else and find that common interest and build that relationship? Ask questions. Be sincere. Guys, I'm going to say bullshit so many times tonight because people smell it from a mile away. It doesn't feel good to you. It doesn't feel good to them. And it's just not necessary. Just simply be sincere when you're building relationships, as if this person may never, ever, ever become a customer or a coach or a part of your tribe. Honestly, lead with that. Okay. Make friends. After all, it's social media. Let's be social. Okay. Here we go. Leaning in hard. So this is the difference between just leaning in. Okay. Are you running groups on your own and with your team? Okay. I talk about pods a lot because I really, really like, especially for new coaches who might seem really overwhelming to run a group on your own. Whether you find other new coaches to do it with, or you add your new coaches and your new customers to your uplines team or challenge group or bod group. It's so important to have your own pod, your own text thread, your own Instagram message thread, wherever you want to have it, even your own bod group of just your people, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, whatever it is, so that you can check in with those people and be more close with them. Get to know them more personally because you are their coach, right? They get the energy of a bigger team, especially in launches like Fire and Flow and Gut Protocol. It's electric to have all of that energy, but it's always so good to have that pod or message thread on the side. Okay. Are you talking about coaching all the time? Like breadcrumbing it into absolutely everything. Okay. So like I just did a really quick Instagram story and I talked about how I was going to do this tonight. So I was at the Sensi Spa this afternoon and I had it booked forever and I totally forgot about it. And anyways, I just talked to them really, really quickly about, oh my gosh, you should have seen my hair. I came from the Sensi Spa this afternoon and you would think that I was going to be good with the curling wand, but I had to fix my hair up really, really quick. Not too bad. Made it out pretty good because I'm actually presenting, to my team tonight. And I've also invited 3 other elite teams to join tonight, right? So I'm talking about my business. I'm showing that I'm a leader. I'm showing that I'm following up and being a part of this with everybody, right? So that might not be me inviting exactly to coaching, but it's me talking about my business. But really, the first 3 clips were all about me and my hair. Does that make sense? Because if I just started talking about coaching, they would just skip. But I talked about trying to use the wand, okay, and how I used to be a hairdresser. So that's breadcrumbing, right? That's breadcrumbing. Are you talking about it all the time? Or do they even know, your audience even know that there's a business that you're running? Okay. Sneak peeks and business opportunities and webinars. Okay, guys, I am not good at sneak peeks personally. So I wanted to let you guys know that you can do sneak peeks one-on-one. Okay, you can do sneak peeks one-on-one. Do those business opportunity webinars. Even if nobody shows up, record it. Talk to people. Send that business opportunity webinar to the people you're talking to. Meet in person when you can, right? Send voice text messages, personal videos, even just a 2-3 minute video that you record on your phone, and then off you go and you send it to somebody you're talking about coaching. These are the things that really separate you from, are you just a little interested in the business? Are you just being a really awesome challenger? Or are you being the CEO of your business? Okay, so I really want you guys to concentrate on some of these O's and make sure you're mixing them in with these X's. Sharing your story. How do you feel from the inside out? Like, not just what do you look like? How do you feel from the inside out? So you might have a story, something big that you've overcome in your life, right? And that might be like a common thread. People know you as the person who, got through a divorce and came out on the other side stronger, got your health back, worked really hard with your children so that everything's, everybody's good and happy and balanced. You might, you might be an immigrant and you came over and this is your story. And you really wanted to, have a journey where you helped people and you got yourself in the best health possible because you had this wonderful opportunity. There could be a big, big story. But what did you overcome today? What did you overcome this week? Do you have a sick kid? Did somebody pass away in your household? Are things tough at work? Are you just having a really rough time because it's like Friday the 13th, we're in retrograde, and then there's like a lunar eclipse and like everybody's wondering why everything's off, right? Like, what are you overcoming today and this week? Are you talking about that in your stories? Right? It doesn't always have to be so big, right? Be relatable. Why did you push play today? Not just because it was like week 4, day 2, and you wanted, or week 4, day 4, and you wanted that badge. Like, why did you press play today? Because it's a Monday, and if you don't, then you're going to feel crappy, and it's going to be harder to do it on Tuesday and Wednesday. Did you press play today because you checked in with your challenge group, and that's what keeps you accountable, and you share that so that people know that you struggle, but you also have that same support and you can offer it to them? Like, why? Peel that onion, okay? Share you, not just who you think you should be. Like, here's the BS again. It stinks like BS every time. Okay, guys, my biggest, especially on this call here, because there's so many of us. So this is an excellent example of how you can follow coaches from other teams, be inspired by people from other teams, and still be who you are, be uniquely you, and share your unique story. It's awesome to follow other people. It's awesome to see what other coaches are doing. But you have to keep your blinders on as to who you are, what your why is, and authentically who your audience is, and speak to them. Because if you try, and sometimes it's human, and we've all done it. Oh my God, I've done it. I'm like, well, they told me I was supposed to do this on Reels. And I'm like, you know what? I feel ridiculous. It is not me. It's not me to do this or to do that. And I think it's cute on other people, but it's not me. So I find my way, and I want you to find your way. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't mean that you can't do Reels. That's just an example of, just because everybody's doing something, if it doesn't resonate with you, and you have to find something that does. You can't just sit there and not do anything. Do you know what I mean? You find something that is authentically you, that you share, because when you try to be somebody else, it stinks from a mile away. Okay? Layers deep, deeper than a sweaty selfie. Okay, share your PD. Here's my examples of how to go look deeper with that and share your PD. Educating your audience with what you're learning and what is inspiring you. So not just the title of your book, but what is inside that book that's inspiring you? Okay. Use your PD as material. Like, hello, you don't know what to post. Like today I was with a girlfriend who actually called off work. So I wasn't allowed to post a lot about being at the spa today. So I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So I dug into some angel training that I'm doing with Kyle Gray and shared some clips from that and this, and I took pictures and everything else, right? So sharing our PD is great content, especially when you're like, I'm a little stuck as to what to share today, right? Amazing, fun, and it's quick. Inspire your groups. Share your PD within your groups and your pods. Okay? Your challengers, they need to hear about those podcasts, those quotes, those takeaways. Like I said, even a screenshot of your book or a passage that you've highlighted, because sharing is caring. Okay? Add value to your audience. So again, this is not about just showing up. I got my sweaty selfie. I tagged all my people. They saw that I worked out. There's my coaching business. That is an amazing accountability tool, but you, like I said, are a rock star challenger and good for you. Keep doing it. But you want to be a CEO of your business or you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be listening to this recording. Okay. So use your stories to share what you are doing and how it's impacting your life. How it's impacting your life. Like, how did gut protocol impact your life? Your pictures are amazing. Continue to share those. What about your joints? What about your confidence? What about your energy? What about your mood at the end of the day with your family and your kids? What about that? Right? Add that value. Okay. Talk about tips and tricks and life hacks that they can use that are easy and fun. Right? Like, I love the one where you put the ponytail, because I'm a hair girl. So you put the hair in the ponytail and you curl the ponytail. You take the ponytail out, it looks like you curled your whole head. Everybody needs that in their life. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's I did one the other day about how to make a chai latte, right? That's not full of sugar, not full of crap, and it's not $7, right? Non-wellness stuff as well, right? Like I just said, the hair, the latte, what is yours? Think about your non-wellness hacks. Are you a mastermind organizer? Are you amazing at baking? Are you incredible at art? Like, what is it? Like, what can you share that adds value? Be real, be authentic, and again, be you. I will say that a million times. Okay, be interested, not interesting. Oh, I think somebody's trying to, just 1 second. We're going to let that go. Okay, gone. Perfect. Sorry, somebody on Facebook was trying to message me. I have a girls' weekend this weekend, and they keep on doing that Facebook Messenger thing. Be interested, not interesting. Ask questions. So it's not about you showing up as Kim Kardashian. Not that we want to, okay? It's not about you showing up and people needing to be attracted or mesmerized with what you're doing on social media. Okay, you want to catch their attention. You want them to feel that you're genuine. That's why you want their attention. They want to dive deeper because you're showing who you are. They find you relatable. They have something in common with you. They go to another post. They find you interesting, funny, comical, like your dogs, like your kids, or love what's in the background of your house. There's something that's keeping them coming back. So once you catch their attention, it's not about you continuing to be that flashy light for them. It's about you asking questions. It's about you really getting to know them. What do they like? Who are they? Do you want to know what? When's the last time somebody asked who you were and how you were? That was, just somebody that you met. Maybe that person who's connecting with you, nobody's asked how they were in months, right? That's powerful, okay? what you guys have in common, be genuine. It's not about you, it's about helping them on their journey. Okay, so at the end of the day, you are doing amazing things by adding up all of your X's. But now it's time to add in those O's. Keep adding those X's. But if you really want to be a CEO, you need to add in those O's. Okay, implementing this combo, will result in real growth, the real growth that you're looking for, especially if you're brand new to coaching. Just go for it. Just go for it. Full-fledged go for it. X's and O's. Or maybe you're in a season where you're feeling stuck or things are feeling heavy and you need to do a self-evaluation and make sure that you've got a great combo of these X's and O's. Awesome. Okay, guys. Does anybody have any questions for me? Pre-recorded talk about coach video is a great idea. Yes, the pre-recorded coach video. Absolutely. I'll touch on that again. Getting to know people was super hard for me in the beginning. Just the last couple of weeks started not to feel so awkward. It's just to talk to people. Steph, your app, Rachel Hollis, thank you, Kira. So it's so funny because do you know what I do when I talk to people? I'm actually an introverted extrovert, guys. So when I talk to people and I'm like, am I getting in my head too much about saying the right thing back to them? I pretend that they're in the grocery store ahead of me. I don't know. Maybe that's just a maritime thing. I talk to everybody. Do you know what I mean? I talk to everybody. Oh, thanks so much, Lindsay. So just pretend that there's somebody that you're in the line at the liquor store or Sobeys or Superstore or wherever it is, and you're just talking to them. You're just talking to them, right? So the pre-recorded webinars I was talking about, guys, often I would advertise, okay, I'm having this big business opportunity webinar, and then 20 people said they were going to show up, and like nobody showed up, right? So what do? You do it anyways. You sit there on Zoom, you put your earrings in, you put your lipstick on, and you press record, and you record yourself a 30 minutes or less business opportunity webinar. You talk about the business, you talk about your why, you talk briefly about your story, why you love coaching, who you're looking for, who you want to work with, who you want to mentor, and then you have that recorded. So that is your third-party tool. Okay, so that when you're talking to somebody and you're talking about the business opportunity webinar and they can't really chat right then, or you're not able to meet with them, you can send them this, and then either before or after you do a Zoom, a one-on-one. Okay? Absolutely. Any questions? I love questions.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, my question for you is, I've always been that person where I'm always asking other people, how are you feeling? What's going on? And asking them about like the tiny things in their life. But when it comes to me sharing my story and just showing up on my Instagram, I know my life is not mundane, but I'm just like, hey, but what interesting happened today? Or like, I'm not going to share this because this doesn't, like, this is so boring. So like, how do you, what's your advice for that?
That's a great question, because we all get in our head, right? We all, like, I just had COVID last week. I'm like, oh my God, like, what can I even talk about? My husband doesn't even want me to put him in workout, so his boss doesn't see him working out. Do you know what I mean? Like all that sort of stuff. I'm like, what am I going to talk about even in COVID? And the thing is, we all get in our head about things like that, but we have to just share who we are. The really Reader's Digest version of that, Tori, is we just have to share our day. You have to share the really quick things. Even if you're making your Energize in the morning, make it with chaos going on behind you. Make it, do a video as you're walking out the door, so people can see as you walk out the door, you know, you closing the door. What does that look like? They are with you transitioning from the door to your car. that might not seem like an interesting thing, but people are like, oh, cool, I'm with her. They're like, cool, I'm with her. So even though it might not be the perfect lighting, or you have your phone set up in the perfect place so that you have this great topic and you have 4 15-second clips to do it, you can take people with you on your life, in your journey. Exactly. You might not think it's exciting, but others do, because they're seeing you. So voyeurism is like, you know, it's like we are little peeping toms. Do you know what I mean? People just love to see it. How many times are you talking about the most amazing thing that happened? They don't even know you're rhyming off the winning 649 numbers, and all they're asking you about is like, is that new cushions you have on your couch in the background? And you're like, sake, are you kidding me? I just gave you the most incredible information ever. I took 3 days for you to come up with this, and they're looking at what's in the background, right? So oftentimes, Tori, it's just us getting into our head. And I mean, whatever happened with Talks with Tori?
I'm getting back into it this week. I promise you, we kind of a little whoop whoop, but we are getting back into it this week. It's happening. I wrote in big letters, share everything. So keep your eyes posted. I'm going to post me closing my front door tomorrow. Maybe when I get home, it'll be a video of me walking in the house from work. I have one more quick question, because I do have to go up and guard soon. Your favorite quote right now?
Oh my gosh, my favorite quote right now. It's by the Beatles.
I love it.
It's by the Beatles. It's the song. I can't believe I have late night menopause COVID brain right now. It's not Let It Be. What's the one with the sun?
Here Comes the Sun.
Here Comes the Sun. Okay, so I have been listening to Here Comes the Sun, do 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 do, right? I love it. And it's been playing just on like a random mix while I'm outside doing yard work and everything. And my husband, who has not sang in a very long time because he's had a really tough year, came out yesterday and started singing Here Comes the Sun. And he said, how am I always hearing this? And I said, it's been randomly playing on my playlist lately. I went to the spa today, and I went into a ritual at the Nordic spa. I did 3. This is my first one in the morning. And I got there and I got ready, and I knew the instructor and everything. And anyways, got in there, I started to meditate, and she puts the music on. Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. So I thought to myself, yeah, we've come out of a really tough time lately, all of us, like the world, right? And guys, here comes the sun. Do. So lean into that, okay? Here comes the sun. I knew what it was in my heart, Tori, but I couldn't get it out of my mouth. Thanks for the help, guys. Any other questions? I just appreciate you guys hanging on this long. Oh, I love that, Lolly. Oh, Lolly. Mwah. I think of you all the time, my Lolly. Okay, if there's no other questions, anything, I just want to thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for having this, letting me have this time on Inspire Time Tribe team call. I was really, really excited to share this with my team, because so many of them weren't able to hear it. No matter where you are and what season of life or business you're in, I hope you're able to take some value out of this. And remember, you need your X's and your O's, okay? So I really, really want you guys to lean into that. I will share the slide deck if you want. If you're not on Inspire Tribe, just reach out to your leader and I'll send it to them as well. If you're in the Atlantic, it's on the Atlantic's page, Beachbody page. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being here. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. Cheers, guys.